Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. The Urban League of Greater Cleveland offers a wide variety of educational programs to the community. The Director of Education and Youth Development, Danielle Lockhart, and the Program Coordinator, Keithan Gale, will share more with us about that. Then we will hear from Dr. Rakesh Ranjan. He'll talk about a musical hosted by the Greater Cleveland Vishnu Temple. And later on the broadcast, still, Executive Director of the Free Clinic, my good friend Danny Williams, will be here to talk about the services offered at the Free Clinic and the 40th anniversary celebration. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin. Beginning with Danielle Lockhart. You've been with us. She's the Associate Director of Education and Youth Development at the Urban League, and you brought with you Keithan Gale, who's the Program Coordinator for the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.
Yes, we did. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's talk a little bit about the Education and Youth Development Program. What does it do at the Urban League?
Well, we provide services from K through actually the second year of college for students to help them through their educational career as they go through their experience, they matriculate through. We help them with their social development as well as academic support. So we have a variety of different programs that we offer to help them in specific areas and then globally.
Keithan, you're the program coordinator.
Yes.
What kind of programs are you coordinating?
Wow, a slew of them actually. We do various things such as take our young people on educational excursions. One of the biggest ones we like to do every year is our college tour, our HBCU college tour, which will be taking place in 2011.
Yeah, you're going to be going to visiting colleges to get to whet their educational appetites for college, let them see what college can be like.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So all of this, we're going to chat a little bit about that, but I want to cover a couple of things first. Well, what about Operation Urban Impact? Well, what is that?
Now, Operation Urban Impact is an interesting animal in and of itself. We provide support in Ohio graduation testing, all 4 subjects. We provide support in ACT and SAT, which are college preparatory tests, at our main site, the Urban League on Prospect. The students come down with OGT. They can actually meet with certified teachers to actually help them in the subjects of math, science, reading, writing, and social studies in preparation for the test, one which is actually in October and the next one which is in March.
The kids need to know all of these things because all of this stuff comes back in life. You need this in life.
Definitely.
For the children out there listening, you got to study in school. All of this comes back in life. I promise you, you need to know that, right?
Most definitely, most definitely.
You would agree with that, wouldn't you, Keithan?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about some of the programs that you're excited about. One of the things you want to mention.
Oh goodness, I think one of the biggest things we like to do, aside from the actual college tour, we're getting ready to.
Well, talk about the college tour. Talk about the college tour.
The college tour in itself is very unique. There's no one tour that's the same. In other words, this year, if you notice, we're taking a northern tour and a southern tour. And while both tours are running concurrently, they will end up in the same exact place in Memphis, Tennessee, at Lemoyne Owen College.
Now, this is where high school kids get a chance to visit several historically black colleges and universities. I've got a little information. It may be hard to read all of that because there's so much, but we've got the northern tour on the left side and the southern tour on the right side, the schools that we're going to attend. Why do you think this is important, Keithan?
It's important because our young people need to be able to see. You can go on a website and look at a college. You would not get the real feel. You would not feel how the real school really feels. And it's really important that they can actually see themselves being successful at these institutions of higher education.
Now, both these tours are going to run from April the 17th for a week, April 17th to the 23rd.
That's correct.
Next year. What's the cost of this?
The cost is $550. $550, and it roughly comes out to about $7, $8 a day. And with that, they receive so much more. We will be staying in hotels, 3 stars and above. They will be traveling on a deluxe motor coach, which I'll be taking care of the DVDs and things. So we have a lot of stuff that the kids will be receiving in terms of benefits. We also go to museums. Last year we had a chance to go to the Medgar Evers Museum in Mississippi. So we do a lot more than just take the kids on a tour
So
of the colleges.
Parents need to get their kids involved in this
Yes,
right now.
away.
And these are highly chaperoned. Chaperones. I mentioned this last year. Highly chaperoned. So that the kids they've got good adults with them from the Urban League.
The ratio is like 1 to 6.
Yeah. So what's on your mind now? You're wearing a shirt that says Greeks Unlimited All-Star. What is that?
Yes, this is the National Fraternity and Sorority Awards Gala, which will be October 29th of this year. What is wonderful about this is that this organization will be honoring 44 Greek members from across the nation. So they'll all come here to Cleveland, and we will celebrate what they've done in terms of service back to their community, as well as what they've done in terms of what everyone knows and loves so much as stepping, and how they are master steppers. Tim Carthen, this is his idea, and we have partnered with him to promote this and to honor our Greek fraternity and sorority members, because, you know, if we don't honor our own, no one will. So we want to make sure that we have a red carpet affair. It'll be, again, like I said, on October 29th at the State Theater. Red carpet opens up at 6:30, so we want people to come with their finest and their best, and it's basically our Academy Awards for our fraternities and sororities.
Tickets still available?
Tickets still available at the State, and they can go to GreekAllStars.usa.
And get more information as well by dialing you at the phone number on the screen, 622-0999. You can get more information on everything we've been talking about. I got about 30 seconds remaining. Tutoring program. You want to mention the tutoring program?
Yes.
Why you think this is vital?
It is vital. Our young people are having very much difficulty in taking tests, passing tests. It's not that they're not smart. They need to learn how to take the test. And what we offer is the preparation for these standardized tests that help our young people get into colleges.
So you can help them. If the kids call you or their parents call you, you can get them hooked up with where they need to be to study for these tests and get an idea what testing is all about.
Exactly. And score highly so that they can possibly garner scholarships and free admission.
Oh, and if you can get a scholarship, that's money in the bank.
Definitely.
And mother and dad says that really helps.
Oh, yeah. We love our parents. We want to help them out, too.
Isn't that the truth?
All right.
You may call 622-0999. That's to the Urban League on everything we've been talking about. Their extension, by the way, is 219. We've been talking with Danielle Lockhart, who is Associate Director of Education and Youth Development for the Urban League. As well, we've been talking with Keitha and Gale, Program Coordinator for the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. Thanks for being on the broadcast. Always good to have you, my friends.
Yes, definitely. Glad to be here.
We'll see you out there doing what you do.
Okay.
And you always do well. I've got to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the International Dance Troupe, which will be at Playhouse Square. My name is Leon Bill. We call ourselves Kaleidoscope. Back in a moment. Now more of Kaleidoscope. The Greater Cleveland Shiva Vishnu Temple is hosting an international dance troupe at Playhouse Square, October the 17th. Dr. Rakesh Ranjan will tell us more about this event. Good to have you with us, Dr. Rakesh Ranjan.
Thank you for having us.
Good to have you with us. Tell us a little bit about the Greater Cleveland Shiva Vishnu Temple.
Well, you know, it's a Hindu temple. It was actually founded in 80s. The old temple was actually became in existence in 1985. They built a new temple, a larger building, which is beautiful, in 1997.
It's a Hindu house of worship.
Yes, it is.
And you're greatly involved in it. You told me before we started this broadcast that you're on the trustee board for that.
I'm an advisor to the board of trustees right now, and you know, I'm very intimately involved. Yes.
Okay, but you're here really talking about something that. Tell me about this dance troupe that the Shiva Vishnu Temple is bringing into Cleveland.
Yeah, this is a great cultural event. This is brought to us by one of the most well-renowned group in India, Malika Sarabhai, and they do this classical Indian dance called Bharatnatyam, which it's a Sanskrit word. Natyam means dance, and Bharat is the old name for India. So it's a very, very old tradition of dance in India, which is being brought to the community here in this area.
Now, this dance troupe is internationally known, so this is a big event for you.
It is. It is. They are very good, and they're internationally known. They go all over the world performing. Yes.
And this is going to be on October the 17th.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, tickets still available?
They are.
Now, how do people get tickets now?
People should go to the website of Cleveland Playhouse, the Ohio Theater, and the tickets are available. Plenty of them are available. I'm making real request to the community to support this great event, and in the process they will end up supporting the temple and also the Indian community. and it will be good for the whole community, I believe.
So they can purchase tickets through Playhouse Square, and that's playhousesquare.org, playhousesquare.org, or you can telephone 241-6000, 241-6000 in the 216 area code. You can get more information on everything we've been talking about, and you can find out the tickets and the ticket costs. The tickets run a wide variety of prices, from $100 all the way down to $15. All depends on
That's true, and this
sit.
could be a great family event for many folks. You know, you could bring your children, and it's really a family event. And but if you don't want to bring your children, that's fine too. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now, Rakesh, has the Greater Cleveland Shiva Vishnu Temple hosted events like this before?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have, and it's typically supported very well by the Indian community. If we could expand this to other parts of the community also, because this is a great way to cross-fertilize, I believe. Because this is a good exposure to the community about traditional Indian dance.
I like the phrase cross-fertilize. We can help each other.
Yes.
And we can learn about each other's
Definitely.
Ethnic backgrounds, and but they're going to be dancing to wonderful music and doing wonderful dance, no doubt. Malika Sarabhai, tell me about Malika Sarabhai.
Well, she comes from a great family. It's like generations after generation. They have been in this kind of work. So, my understanding is that at least 2 generations before her, her family was involved in this kind of work. So this is like in their genes. So they're exceptionally good at this. And it can be a real, feast to the eyes, people who come and join this event.
Feast to the eyes and to the ears as well, because the music that comes along with them.
That's true.
And very, very colorful. We can look at some of the photographs that you brought with us, and we had a shot of that just a little bit ago. What do you want us to understand about the Shiva Vishnu Temple, which is located on Ridge Road in Parma? What do you want us to understand?
Well, the Shiva Vishnu Temple is really a place where people can find spirituality, peace, and also it's a great place for community events. Just a few months ago, we had this the Hindi poetry event there, where poets came from India, and it was a great event. It was well attended. I was there. It was kind of fun, and at the same time, it's great exposure to Indian culture. They also had one other event recently where they had this cross-religious discussion, where they had people representing Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Judaism. They all came together, and they had this very nice discussion about how we could learn from each other, and because the basic tenets of almost every religion are the same.
Exactly, they're all the same.
They're the same.
We're all talking about the same kinds of things.
Exactly.
And as we look at photographs, and just a second ago we were looking at photographs of Malika Sarabhai, the dance group that's coming on October the 17th at the Cleveland Playhouse. As we looked at them, dance is universal throughout the world. Wherever you are, people dance and hear music and celebrate this thing called life.
Absolutely.
Good to have you with us. Dr. Rakesh Ranjan, he's with the Greater Cleveland Shiva Vishnu Temple, which is located on Ridge Road in Parma. Always good to have you on the broadcast. And
Thank you so much,
my friend. And when you're not doing this, you're a psychiatrist, right?
That's correct.
Good to have you with us in the house, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Always good to have you with us. We'll take a break right now. I'll be right back in just a moment with more of Kaleidoscope. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. The Free Clinic of Greater Cleveland celebrates its 40th anniversary this year. The executive director of the Free Clinic, Danny Williams, is here to talk about the services provided and about celebrating this milestone, 40 years. Good to have you here with us, Danny. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that it's been 40 years for the Free Clinic.
Well, it's kind of amazing when you think back how the Free Clinic started as a counterculture organization, really as a place for people to come who didn't feel comfortable going to some of the establishment places for whether it's a drug problem or a problem with an STD or something they didn't want to tell their family physician about. They could come to the Free Clinic. And we've blossomed now after 40 years into a full-service health clinic that provides medical. We got 5-chair dental clinic, mental health, substance abuse, and a pretty active HIV and AIDS area as well.
One of the things I love about the Free Clinic is its name. It says what it is.
Yeah.
It's free and it's a clinic. Talk about that philosophy a little bit.
You know, it was based upon the notion that's been there the whole time that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. You know, we wear these buttons every place we go that kind of remind people that that's our motto. And now it's caught on more recently at the national level, but the free clinic's been having that philosophy its whole existence. And so, you know, the doors are open to people who don't have insurance, people who otherwise can't afford maybe a really high deductible, and they can come to the free clinic to get care.
Yeah, they can just walk in the door and get started.
You know, we've had to evolve some. Most of our patients now come by appointment, but for example, on Wednesdays, it's a walk-in clinic. We try to, if a teen shows up, you know, most days of the week, and they want to get tested for an STD, you don't tell a teen, you know, come back in a week. You know, so
you'll squeeze them in.
We'll make sure we find a spot for them, or somebody may show up and they need, you know, an HIV test. Again, these are folks you don't want to turn away, and we're one of the few places around the city they can come and get a rapid 20-minute HIV test and find out if they've got a problem.
It's located at 12201 Euclid Avenue on the east side of Free Clinic, not too far from University Circle. 12201 Euclid Avenue, the Free Clinic address. How do you get your money? How do you continue to do what you do?
You know, it's amazing. We've had incredible support from the public. Right now we get about 45% of our support from foundations. There's some 60-plus foundations that support the free clinic, and many of them for operating support, which is unusual. Then we get money for our HIV/AIDS work through Title I. We get some block grant money for the city of Cleveland that helps us with our HIV work. And then we got incredibly generous members of the public who support us for the balance of that. And then you know, we've got a big event coming up. We've got several events that we do around the year, but we've got a major one coming up just later on this month, our 40th anniversary celebration, and we're hoping that that's going to bring in a lot of money for us to support our programs. It's going to be on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Cleveland, 6:30 on October 17th down at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. We're going to have easily 400 people down there from, you know, our earliest days to folks who are working with us today who are going to be having a good time rocking and rolling. You know, you should come down and show a few moves.
You know, my moves are very old.
No, well, we got space for we got space for old moves.
My dance moves still work. Saturday, 6:30.
No, it's Sunday. It's a Sunday evening.
Sunday, October the 17th at the Rock and Roll.
That's right. And the Browns are out of town. You don't have to worry about missing. It's a
plenty of good parking.
In fact, I got something for you, Leon.
Okay.
You know, I've got a nice little T-shirt that commemorates this anniversary, and I'm going to leave it for you. It's now I'm not going to ask you, Leon, to put this on because we know you don't have pants on under the table. But you can. Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
But it's a beautiful.
Things like that, rumors get started.
But it's a beautiful. Now we sell those normally, but we're going to give this one to you.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's wonderful. So Danny's a good friend. We've known each other for many years. So once again, it's going to be 6:30 on Sunday, October 17th at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What can people do who want to go there now?
What they can do is they can go to our website, which is www.thefreeclinic.org, and they can find a link there that will allow them to buy tickets online. Or they can call us, you know, at 721-4010 to place an order if they'd like to.
And you're always looking for donations as well, because there are many people who write out checks to the Free Clinic.
Well, we need donations, but we also need volunteers. You know, if we could get more doctors and nurses and social workers to help us, we can see more patients.
Social workers. A lot of people just need to talk to somebody to get their lives together.
Well, it's talk, but social workers provide a really incredible service. I mean, they can help us connect patients, things we can't do. They can help us figure out where we can send these folks so they can get the services they need.
Yeah. You brought a little pen over there, too. Is that
this is for you, too. Okay. This is our health care is a right, not a privilege, and we hope that you'll wear that proudly anytime you're out and about and want to talk about the importance of health care.
Health care is a right, not a privilege.
That's what we believe.
There you go. And that's the philosophy. That's the philosophy of the Free Clinic. Health care is a right, not a privilege. Health care is a right, not a privilege.
Can't say that enough.
No, you can't. Many thanks. Sunday, October the 17th at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, celebrating 40 years. The Free Clinic will be there. Danny Williams is its executive director.
Thanks so much.
Good to have you with us, Danny, as always.
Okay.
We'll take a break. Back in a moment with Marsha Mockaby of the Urban League. Here now is Marsha Maccabee from the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. The Urban League is one of our partners on Kaleidoscope. We've been together for many, many years, the Urban League and Kaleidoscope broadcast. Good to have you with us, Marsha.
Good to be here always, Leon.
What is your comment today? What are you thinking about today?
Well, I'm thinking about two things, and the first one is coming up pretty soon. We will be attending the March on Washington for One Nation Together. And of course, by the time that I think we air this segment, it will have already passed, but I'm very much looking forward to attending that. We're taking a number of young professionals with us, and I'm very excited about that because I think that the next generation of leaders has to really get bought into where this nation is going and what this nation is about in order for us to really move it forward. So I'm excited about them attending the march with us.
So you're taking the next generation along with you?
Absolutely.
Kind of giving them showing them the ropes.
Absolutely.
What we need to be doing.
Absolutely. So it's going to be real intergenerational. We have seniors going, those in the middle, the younger generation. It's going to be great.
Well, good deal. What else is on your mind today?
Well, the other thing is we have a outstanding fundraising event coming up on Friday, October 15th, and it is called Until We Got Here.
Let me hold this up.
Please do.
And you can read it off
Okay,
this,
very
I
good.
know it's a lot, and we can get a shot of this.
Absolutely. The Urban League of Greater Cleveland is going to present this extraordinary multimedia presentation, Until We Got Here. And it sort of looks at from We Shall Overcome during the Civil Rights Movement to Yes We Can in President Obama's administration. And our special guest is George Davis, who is a wonderful author and a person who does these outstanding multimedia presentations, bridging the gap between history and the current events of today. And in addition to having George to speak, we are going to tour the Soul Soldiers African American Vietnam era tour. It's at the Historical Site.
Yeah, I was at the Western Reserve Historical Society. We had a big event over there. I was the master of ceremonies, and I also debuted a new piece of poetry.
Wonderful.
I'm a veteran of the war in Vietnam.
Yes,
a lot of people know that.
We know that.
And so I wrote a piece of poetry about the war in Vietnam and about certain events that took place. And we had people in tears talking about that. But it's a wonderful exhibit at the Western Reserve Historical Society. So you'll be touring that as well.
Yes, and Cleveland State is also a sponsor of the event, and we're very excited. And I'll just say this to you. I won't press you, but if you'd like to come and share your poetry that evening, you're welcome to do so.
And that's going to be the evening of?
Friday, October 15th from 6 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. For additional information, contact Kathy Lewis Wright at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, and she can help you get tickets.
She's a good woman. We've worked together for many years.
Absolutely.
On many different projects.
Absolutely.
But it's going to be a wonderful Friday, October the 15th.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That does it for us.
All right.
Marsha, always good to talk with you.
Too.
Marsha and I will both say so long.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.